I'm Kerrie Stanley.
And I'm Dolly Diamond.
And welcome to Kerrie and Dolly.
Oh, what a night on the way.
Oh, look at us all colourful and gorgeous.
Well, I mean, I'm all right with it. I like what I'm wearing. I love the green. Green is my lucky colour, but the night belongs to the beautiful lady in the dress. You look absolutely
I'm wearing a
gorgeous.
Ooh,
and you look gorgeous in
fabulous. Thank you so much. This beautiful vintage number belongs to my friend Perry. Thank you so much, Perry, for loaning it to me. I love it. And I whipped up this little number this afternoon.
Yes.
Just cause I feel very caftan realness.
It is. We're in Melbourne and we've had a scorcher of a day. It's been absolutely gorgeous and it is the weather for a caftan, isn't
it?
It
feels
not a jumpsuit. Not a jumpsuit.
You'll be getting out that fan and fanning yourself all over the
schwitzing. That's it. And it's so warm.
First of all, straight off the bat, we want to say thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
It's our third last show for this season, but we are here for another cracker of a night.
Yes.
But we do want to say off the bat, send our love and thoughts to everyone in South Australia. We know that things are about to be not so great for you at the moment, but we are here for you and you can do it and you get through it. So all of our love to you.
And we mentioned we're in Melbourne, we had a very long lockdown, but all over the world. And that's where we go now, thanks to the internet, that everywhere around the world knows what it's like. And we are most definitely thinking of you over there, as Kerrie mentioned. And it's what you've got to do. You've got to get everything. You've got to watch the Queen's Gambit.
Oh, that's
fantastic.
Amazing.
After us, obviously not now. There's so much, you could do a lot in a week.
Yep.
We went into lockdown and we made our own show. So maybe you could do that. And we'll watch it.
Will.
No, we'll promote it and we'll watch it.
But you know what we love more than anything on the show, apart from you and looking at
booze.
No, not that.
No.
Close second. But we love musical performances, and we're going to kick the show right off with this fabulous performer. I saw this clip online. Now, Ma Danny, the singer-songwriter of this, actually shot this clip in isolation in Sydney, at top of the tower.
Which is incredible.
Amazing job. You're going to love it and be dancing around and so forth. Ma Danny is hoping that this song is up for Eurovision contendership next year. So we need to get right behind her and enjoy this song. So take it away and have a listen.
Gonna lift me up, higher than the stars above. Gonna lift me up, higher than the stars above. Stars that hit me, universe guides me. It's a miracle, it's unbelievable. Where it's all going, it's unknowing. I feel a cosmic trap, baby on my life. Universe holds me, motion slows me, takes me high up here, beyond my hemisphere, in a direction, beyond perfection. Love is cosmic trap, freedom sets you back. Higher than the stars above. Gonna lift me up, higher than the stars above. Stars and planets, open limits, sun that hits a Mars, floating cosmic stars, Jupiter, Venus, and all that's meaningless. Stars that head to us, comets fly past us. Higher than the stars above. Gonna lift me up, higher than the stars above. I'm pumping this love up. I'm pumping this love up. I'm pumping it, loving it, pumping this love up. I'm pumping this love up. I'm pumping this love up. I'm bumping and loving it, bumping this life. Higher than the stars above. Gonna lift me up. Higher than the stars above. Venus and Jupiter and Saturn and Mars and Venus and Jupiter and Saturn and Mars and Venus and Jupiter and Saturn and Mars and Venus, Jupiter, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Mars. Higher than the stars above. Gonna lift me up. Higher than the stars above.
Oh, that's so much fun. When I first saw that, I went,
Love.
yes.
Yes.
We reached out last week and went, yes, please, you must be on our show because that is fabulous.
Brilliant. Eurovision, yes. Unfortunately, if it hadn't been for coronavirus, I would imagine you would have made that video in Melbourne with Flinders Street and, just the... No, it
I
was
think you've done it.
brilliant.
Now, you can catch Mardani performing at many of the fabulous Sydney venues, Universal included, and check out their socials for all the information.
Work with
well
a lot,
done.
Sonia, take that, everybody.
Yep, amazing.
And now Kerrie and Dolly.
Yay, fabulous.
Perfect. All right, well, each and every week, and this week will be no different, we go over to the newsroom and we cross to Judy Kelly in the newsroom at Joy TV.
Judy Kelly from Joy News with an optimist bent on what's making news this week. The Victorian State Government will invest $2.5 million in a new family counselling service for LGBTIQ plus Victorians. Community organisations are invited to apply to run the service. The new service is in addition to the $1.18 million already provided directly to organisations, including Switchboard Victoria, Thorn Harbour Health and Drummond Street, to support the increased demand for services during the pandemic. Tomorrow is Transgender Day of Remembrance, a day for remembering and honouring transgender and gender diverse people whose lives were lost in acts of anti-transgender violence. The day has been marked annually since 1999 and comes at the end of Transgender Awareness Week. Events in Australia include an online vigil hosted by Sydney Mardi Gras, and Queer Screen are providing a free on-demand community screening of the documentary Out Loud, which chronicles the uplifting story of the first season of the historic trans chorus of Los Angeles. And finally, for now, as the community this week marks 3 years since the result of the Marriage Equality Postal Survey, a new podcast has been launched telling the story from the perspective of queer and trans people of colour. When Love Wins, produced by Switchboard Victoria, promises to share stories of love, triumph, family and culture. I'll be back a little later with more from Joy News.
Great. Thank you, Judy, as always, and to Ashton. Fabulous. I think we'll be seeing Ashton a little bit later on,
Yes,
signing
a little
for a
musical
song.
performance.
Fabulous.
Oh, yes.
We love to know where you're watching from. Thank you so much for popping your little comments on our socials. We can see that on the feed. Particularly, hello to Seamus. I did meet you, obviously, at Piano Bar Bendigo on the weekend. Yes, I got out on the weekend.
And why not?
It was so fabulous. And we'll be joining Aaron Skinner, the proprietor of Piano Bar. We know him from Geelong, but they've opened up this fabulous venue in Bendigo as well. So we're chatting to him next week.
Laneways, was
Yeah,
it?
it was amazing. We had such a great night. Our darling Luke, who you saw last week, of course, was out. Yes, he sang that fabulous number live, and he was amazing.
Wait. Let me get it. You went.
Yes,
Luke went.
yes.
No, that must have been lovely to get away. Yeah, wonderful.
What did you do?
I'll just look at my inbox to see if there was an invitation. No, there wasn't. I mean, what happened? Did you organise a minibus and there wasn't room for one?
You were too busy rehearsing something.
Something. Oh. Anyway, but you looked like you had a lot of laughs.
It was
and Luke did a number as well.
It
which
was
is
wonderful to hear him
incredible.
sing live. It was fabulous as
gosh,
always.
we
The
all
crowd loved him,
missed
of
that,
course.
don't we? I believe, actually, Luke got a lap dance
He
from a
did.
lovely lady there. We've got a
Yes.
little bit of footage of that.
I wish
right
I actually
now.
got footage of-
Enjoy this.
I wish I did get footage, ladies and gentlemen, everyone in between, because it was pretty funny.
Was it good?
I think that
Was he feeling good?
Well,
But no.
the young lady that was doing it did a bit of a Sharon Stone moment that Lexi and I copped a view of. She was wearing quite the short dress, and she went woohoo with the legs and went oi.
A little bit of fatal attraction.
I think that was the many cocktails and shots that they had done previously. So she was quite
Maybe.
loosened up. It was pretty funny.
Love it.
Right, who are we
Right,
chatting with next, my love?
Oh, we make no secret of the fact that we love these women. It is the Chantoozies, the Chantoodlies. Yes, well, we believe they're on the line now, and we'll go live to them. Are you there, ladies?
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Look how gorgeous they look. Absolutely
yours.
gorgeous.
I feel like we've a little bit, we needed some more glitter and sparkles and spangles. I mean, look at you two. You're fantastic.
Oh, well, thank you. But you two are sparkly enough with what you do.
Yes.
We are so excited that you're joining us tonight. Have been a big fan since you started, which is
Yes.
fabulous. So you're going to bring back all the goodness, aren't you? That's really exciting.
Yeah, we've done it. We've put together, we've been wanting to do this for ages. So we've put together a compilation CD. It's about bloody time. Mm-hmm. And so we've got the hits off the first album, the hits off the second
album.
We've got some recent releases. And then Evie just nipped off and wrote a brand new song, which sounds
In
fantastic.
lockdown. I had a bit of time on my hands.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Or, well, mind you, though, you always work. The Chantoozies are always working, aren't they?
We've always got a little something on the boil, doll.
Yeah.
You know what it's like.
I do.
Yeah, you just never know when you're going to get a rainy day. You want to be prepared.
Exactly. Now, right in the very, very beginning, there was more in the group, wasn't there? Give us a little bit
That's
of your
right.
what's going on now.
Right, so we're slowly sort of knocking them off one by one. We're like green bottles hanging on a wall.
I was going to have a suitcase here with a wig hanging out of it, like a blonde hair or something.
We were going to
Just
have it.
put her in a case. And
That's right. We put her in a road case and told her just to mind her own business until, it's gig time. Anyway, no. So obviously Angie, she left a few years ago.
Yeah.
She hung up her stilettos and flew north. She's had a few more children. Woman can't stop producing. Anyway, and then Totty at the beginning of the year went, you know what, I'm going to go to America. I've got a whole lot of acting classes I want to do. I really want to sort of concentrate on the acting thing. Give it not like a last hurrah, because I mean, God love us, we're children, but give it a red hot go. And we went, okay, there you go. And off she went. She came back not long after because of the coronavirus.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, but that's still where she's at. She's wanting to kind of pursue the acting thing. I think she's got a play coming up next year, later in the year.
And she's writing.
And she had a couple of films come out at some point during the coronavirus. I got to see one of them at the cinema before we went back into lockdown.
Yes. But you're all mates, even to this
Yeah,
very
yeah.
day, which is rare, isn't it?
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
rare.
Yeah, I mean, even though we keep her in a suitcase, I mean, we're still she loves it in there.
Yeah, we've decked it out. She's happy.
We open a little thing, put a few chia seeds in there, and she's as happy as a clam.
Namaste. Now, with regards to let's push COVID aside.
Yes.
Are you girls itching to be gigging again? And if so,
yes.
have you got some things on the boil?
Look, there were a couple of things. We're looking forward to the Gympie muster later in the year up there in Gympie.
Yeah, it'll be great fun.
We've got
a couple of Pure Gold Live shows.
yes, I think we're going to do a couple at the Palais and the
Wagga.
Wagga and
Hunter Valley. few. I mean,
Around the traps.
yes, they have a few different.
So that's always good. They've got a whole lot of people on the lineup. I think some of those, we've got Mossy and we've got.
We're looking at doing something in Echuca. We like doing the regional gigs. It's so fun. You get up to those places and it's just fantastic.
Yeah, well, your music always gets everybody up, and that is what it's there for.
Well, we want to be up. We don't want to be down.
We want to be up.
That's right.
There we go.
See what I did there?
Now,
sorry,
on. No,
Dolly.
you go.
Doll. No, Doll, it's your show. Don't let me start to.
Please.
Well, I wondered, Ali, about your acting. It wasn't that long ago. You were in a little prison drama.
I was in a little prison drama. And I filmed a little something the other day, which I can't talk about yet, I don't think, because they made me sign a confidentiality agreement, which makes it always
I
sound...
could say, couldn't I?
Yes.
I didn't find anything.
You hear it first. We love exclusives.
No.
Oh, my goodness. Anyway, so that'll be going to air sort of next year at some stage.
The surprise.
The surprise.
But
It's a little comedy show on the ABC. I'm hardly in it, really.
Right.
Yeah, anyway.
We might know about that one. We might know about that.
I know, yes. Well,
Dolly, you've just got that finger on a pulse.
Yes,
Well,
it's in there.
the finger is
always
somewhere.
in there.
You led her right into that, and bam, you bam.
Well, I am a side banana, you know.
So, anyway, yes, the prison drama, which is now finished. I actually went to the beach this morning with Kate Atkinson, who plays Vera Bennett.
Yeah, wow.
So just a little bit of name dropping there. There we were.
No, we love all
It's
that.
such a great show.
Prisoner work on the beach.
Yeah, no. I was trying to think, how would that work? What would she do? She would give me a pat down in my bathers. We don't need to be
Going there.
carrying on with all of that, said the actress to the bishop.
We'll just leave you two to it.
I know, I love it. I love
we're
it.
just happily sitting watching you two
love
banter
it.
on.
We've been doing this for years.
Now, where do we get the album?
Okay, so you go to
Indiegogo, which is where we're selling it from. That's a platform, and you can get that link from our Instagram, in our Instagram bio, or our Facebook bio, or on our website.
Yeah.
Across all the socials.
Across all the socials, Dal.
succinctly,
We're very
yes, thank you.
social.
You're very modern.
yes.
And if you kind of get it together in the we'll get it out to you before Christmas. So you'll be able to have it, you'll be able to,
Practice
lip sync along with it, and then you'll know the words better than we do. And when you come to the next gig.
Do you think you might do an exclusive pressing of the vinyl?
Oh,
There's been a lot of requests for that.
There's been a call for the pressing of the vinyl.
We were just going to see how it goes.
I was thinking of pressing something else, but I'm happy to press a little vinyl if that's what people want.
Isn't that what they do in prison?
Oh, I worked the press when I was in
did
prison.
you? Oh.
Yeah.
I got to work
You got prime.
Yeah, because for a moment, Jack's Holt got taken out and I was her 2IC and suddenly I was on the press. It was like
You were a badass
Yeah.
bitch.
Things are always hot and steamy with Ali.
They really, not alone, the both of you, I reckon. The both
Yeah,
of
that's
you.
right. I know.
Yes.
This
Well,
little lady.
We are really glad you could join us.
Oh,
and
thank you for having it.
Yeah.
all
thank
of
you so
those
much.
details of the album will be on our screen.
Oh, very good work. Thanks,
Thank you.
guys. And
Lovely.
someone please pat the dog for me.
We will.
How's that?
Mwah. Good.
Thank you,
Bye,
darling.
ladies.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, lots of love for those girls.
Love them.
I remember I did meet Ali with one of your gigs a couple of years ago at the Melbourne Comedy Festival. And Lexi was with me, and Lexi was beside herself because she was a massive Ali fan. She's like, I've always had a crush on Ali, and she got to meet her. It was very sweet.
Oh, those ladies are incredible, and you could never know which way they're going to go, though, do you? I mean, it's them, it's madness, it's madness.
Fabulous.
But we love them, and you've got to download, you've got to buy that beautiful compilation album.
Yeah, great.
Yes.
Good hits. Fabulous.
Oh.
Lots of love from having a look at our pages as well.
Everybody,
Lots of love for them.
there's something about Chantoozies that everybody loves them, and it is that music that really gets you out, you're off your ass, and you're dancing and enjoying life, and we need a bit more of that.
Yeah, I've seen them live a couple of times as well, and they are fabulous. So they're coming to a town near you. Get along to see them next year because you'll have a great night.
They did Chill Out not that long ago,
They
and they
did.
were brilliant.
I remember that too. Fabulous.
Oh, more about Chill Out a little later as well, isn't it? Not tonight,
No.
but later on in the season. Yes, next year. No, this year. All right, it is Melbourne Fringe. You'd be well aware of that. If you're online, if you get a ticket to something, please support Melbourne Fringe. They do wonderful, wonderful work. This man most definitely does. His name is Samuel Gaskin. We'll be having a word with Samuel in a minute, but we'd love you to take a look at this.
Oh, that looks amazing.
I know, and the work that's gone into this is incredible, and I think it's going to go very, very
Yeah,
well.
yeah, and so it should. But we
Yes.
need to speak to somebody completely involved with it. Hello, darling. Samuel, are you there?
I am here. How are you guys?
Oh, we're really, really
for
well.
seeing you, hon.
Yes, you look really relaxed.
Oh, well, you wouldn't know. You would not know what I've been up to for the last few months.
Well, you know what? We want to know. We want to know what has been going on. We know the name of it is Reckoning, but you've got a little more on that, haven't you?
Yes, so the show's called Reckoning, Te Waiata Paihere Wairua, which means the sounds of woven souls in Te Reo Māori. And essentially, I'm either crazy or I just needed something to sink my teeth into creatively during the whole Rona thing. And this project was it. Yeah.
Now, what is it? What is it about? Let everybody know.
Well, essentially, it began as just a music project, which was sparked by a trip back home to New Zealand to perform with Yothu Yindi and the Treaty Project, a song that I had written with them, and me seeing the power of going back home to New Zealand with Indigenous mob from Australia. And so originally it was just going to be a music project, and I had this idea to see what might happen if you took Indigenous language from Australia and New Zealand into the room with a sound healer and a pop music producer. But it turned into something way more special, and it's just evolved into this beautiful piece, which is centered around discovering the power of tapping into your Indigenous blood and your ancestry.
Amazing.
Yeah, it sounds absolutely
Beautiful,
wonderful.
yeah.
And the filming of it is done at the Art Centre, is that right?
Yeah, we were really lucky. We were actually one of 3 shows chosen as part of Melbourne Fringe to pre-record at Hamer Hall. We were actually the first thing to be in there since the whole lockdown. So yeah, it was pretty special, and the show looked stunning on that stage.
Yeah, I would imagine. Now, you're not only doing this, you're involved with a lady we know, I reckon. Who is it? Co-directing this?
Oh, Michaela Banis. Yes, you know Michaela.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's a dear friend of mine, and I knew I was going to need somebody else in the mix to be directing with me, because I'm in the show as well. And I'm so happy I had her on board. She was, she was like my angel, and she really helped polish the work to where it is now. And we did all that through isolation on fucking Zoom and Facebook Live. We were literally rehearsing a cast of 10 who lived all over Victoria, who we weren't able to be together until the week before filming.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing, isn't it?
So the fact that we got it up and running,
Yes.
cool.
And Samuel, did you write these parts with particular performers in mind? Did you think, okay, their voice would be perfect for that role? Or was it like, okay, write it first and then find the right people for it?
No, do you know what? It was such an organic process because all the stories interwoven are our own personal stories. So I have a connection with every single person in the cast. Some of them are literally family members. The Mirindas, who are part of the cast, are also dear friends of mine. And we weave in our own personal stories as well as those of our ancestors. So it was this amazing organic thing of catching up and yarning about our own stories and our own history, and actually doing some research into that too, and then piecing together the puzzle to see how it would all fit together. And it was just one of those things where I was shown if something's meant to happen, it just will, and it did.
Yeah. I mean, this, I reckon, is the very definition of a labour of love, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There is so much love in this show.
Yes.
The show is full of love and feeling and some really special stories, as well as some fucking beautiful music as well. Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Well, the wonderful thing about it being on a digital platform, as Melbourne Fringe Festival has gone to this year, is that, you know, you're not restricted to just the audience that is right there in front of you. You are out there in the world, the whole world, which is really fantastic. And of course, tickets, you can go through Melbourne Fringe Festival to buy that. And it's unlimited, which is fantastic. So we wish you all the best for this incredible season, of course, and no doubt you're going to take it on the road when you can.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the plan is to release it to the world online during the Rona, and then next year we will get it out there so that people can see it in person.
Oh, well, we love you. Well done, my love.
Thanks, darling. So good to see you.
That just looks so stunning. I can't rave about that enough. I'm really looking forward to having a look at that.
And isn't it lovely when you have a word with someone like that? It's obvious the passion behind it all is, you know, a very busy man, the lovely Samuel and Johnny, and they've got a family and very, very busy, and they obviously were dedicated to this. And oh my, that's one we've really got to watch and get behind. Definitely.
What's great about the Melbourne Fringe Festival being online as well is you can see so many performances as well, and it is a pay what you feel. So it's a, you know, kind of a sliding scale, which is great. So it depends on your financial situation. You can pop as much as you want onto per ticket as to per show. Sarah Ward, the fabulous Yana Alana, she's got shows on until Saturday night, a fabulous performer. It's great to see her out and about doing that as well. Wonderful. And of course, our mate Tash Shawk did some shows last week.
Oh, she was amazing.
Yeah.
I went to the beach with Tash today, and it was wonderful, regretting it only a little, as I'm a little red raw.
Got a bikini tan line there, doll.
I tell you what, my behind is red raw. But I'll soldier on.
You will
You'll not hear me complain now at all.
Oh, maybe a bit later.
We love this next artist. I guess you could say we love most of our artists, but I tell you what, there is something about Jimi The Kween that we absolutely adore, don't we?
Yep, and we are looking forward to very much hearing their rendition of a song that you will know. Take a listen.
Hello! My name is Jimi The Kween! Woo! And here is my version of an amazing song. I hope you enjoy. My mama told me when I was young, we are all born superstars. I roll my hair and put my lipstick on in the glass of her boudoir. There's nothing wrong with loving who you are, 'cause she made you perfect, baby. So hold your head up, friends, and you'll go far. Listen to me when I say you're beautiful in your way, 'cause God makes no mistakes. You're on the right track, baby. You were born to be brave. No matter gay, straight or bi, lesbian, transgender life, you're on the right track, baby. You were born to survive. Ooh, there ain't no other way. Baby, you were born this way. Baby, you were born this way. Oh, there ain't no other way. Baby, I was born this way. Baby, I was born this way. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Oh, there ain't no other way. Baby, I was born this way. Baby, I was born this way. You're beautiful in your way, 'cause God makes no mistakes. You're on the right track, baby. You were born to be brave. No matter gay, straight or bi, lesbian, transgender life, you're on the right track. Oh, baby, you were born to survive. Oh, there ain't no other way. Baby, we were born this way. Baby, we were born this way.
Oh,
Beautiful.
yeah, I love that number and I love it done
What
like
a lovely
that.
rendition.
Beautifully
Stunning.
done.
Well, I think we need to chat to the gorgeous performer herself.
You're right, the one and only. Get ready, everybody. It is Jimi The Kween.
Woo!
Woo!
You, Kerrie and Dolly, it's the best. I'm so excited to chat with you both.
Oh, you
You
look
look
stunning, darling.
gorgeous.
Wearing pink, my favourite colour.
Yes.
Just saying.
The best colour in the world, if I say so.
You do. Darling, how have you been since The Voice? Of course, you were put to a brand new, bigger audience than, of course, those that love you on the scene and your wonderful club performances that you normally do.
Yeah.
How is your journey? I know that's a reality TV word, isn't it? How's it been since doing The Voice?
Oh, it's been really, really amazing. I think people they kind of understand me a bit more than before. I think it was a bit muddy in the nightclubs trying to sing club songs all the time, but I think now people kind of understand me and what I see for myself in the future now. And
Yes.
it's opened up so many opportunities for me, which has been
Great.
really, yeah.
Well, you really, really nailed it. I mean, your voice is amazing and it must be wonderful to be able to bring it to a very, very big audience.
Yes, the audience that views that show is so diverse. It's really, really amazing to, people when they sit down in their living rooms at 7 p.m. on a Tuesday don't expect a drag queen to enter the living room. So it was really, really, I had such amazing feedback. And that is really a really huge stage and it's quite scary, but I'm so happy with how I did. Yeah.
Well, you're
And
wonderful.
what did you learn most from your mentors? Because you had both Guy and Kelly, didn't you? So what did you take away from, I guess, both of them? They're both diverse personalities as well as performers.
Yeah, definitely. Probably to relax. Like you've really got to chill into what you're doing and who you are as a performer, because I think, there's from the drag world, you really want to do glitz and glam every corner, every person in the audience is as much as possible, extra. And then, which is what I kind of always did. And then I thought, you've really got to relax into this, Jimmy, and just kind of enjoy the moment and take your time. And it's okay to stand there for a little bit and not do anything.
Yeah, well, I mean, the live is always different when you're on, to television, isn't it? What I loved about what you did, though, is you did relax and you relied on what you've got, your talent. That's what you relied on.
Yeah.
Oh, she's
Oh,
down.
no, she's down.
gone.
See, talking about live television
Yes, I
right
know.
there and then.
We lost our Jimmy. Jimmy!
No, are you there, doll?
Okay, I'll come back.
She's down.
I think just that one mentoring session with Kelly Rowland and Marsha Hines is something that was just the biggest highlight of my life. I think
Yes.
such two incredible female people that I've looked up to my whole life, and just hearing them speak to me, on the same level was something I didn't expect, and it was a real hoot. That was just something that's really stuck with me.
Well, you earned that. You earned that. That's why you loved it, because you were meant to be there with those women.
Yes. Oh, and I had a big wig on, and they loved the wig.
I bet they did. Now, Jimmy, we can't keep you for too much longer, but just quickly, what's next for you?
Yes.
Ooh, well, I'm actually writing a cabaret show that I'm going to be doing next year.
Ooh, yes. We love cabaret.
Oh yes, I am a cabaret theatre queen from the get-go, so I think I'm really excited to get stuck into this, and there's some exciting things happening. I won't let too much out of the bag yet, but it's going to be pretty fun. There might be a late night version, and a nice pre-dinner version. So that's what's next to me next year. So stay tuned and look out. I'm pretty excited.
Lovely.
We'll be there.
Oh, we will
We'll be there.
so be there because
We'll
we
be
love
there.
what you do and we
Yes.
love cabaret, especially the after dark version. That'll be quite fun.
Rude.
Woo! Thank you so much for joining us, Jimi The Kween, darling.
It was fantastic. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for having me.
Just fabulous. Fabulous.
Sounds dynamite, looks dynamite, absolutely
Now
brilliant.
that'll be a great show next year when that gets off and running. We'll definitely be getting along to seeing that wherever that might be.
God, I wonder who was directing it. Let's look into that.
Are you into directing now,
Not
darling?
you, well, please, what do you think I'm doing now? Do the link now. I mean, I'll give it a go.
Like you've done most.
We've got to, haven't we?
I was walking into something just then.
Pivot.
She wasn't picking up what I was putting down, or just ignoring
well,
me.
because I'm not What a wonderful evening, though.
Oh, right. Each and every week, as we say, our very own community darling, we are so very lucky to have this amazing man on our team who
Yes.
does so much work for us, not only just the segment, but does all of our socials and behind the scene, and he's just amazing, and we love him to bits. But we need to have a chat with him. Are you there, my darling Dean?
Hello, Kerrie and Dolly.
Oh, bye.
Elvira.
That's some high hair, honey.
The higher the hair, the closer to, upstairs.
Upstairs, well, that's it. Closer to the roof.
Oh, and we love what you're wearing.
Yes, this is my top that I was given by parents of gender diverse children, saying protect trans kids, which is very important. It's Trans Awareness Week as well.
Yes.
Yep, absolutely. And I imagine your community darling is very much focused on that this week, my love.
It is literally focused on that. In fact, Kerrie, I get completely out of the way. And I messaged far and wide, just contacting as many trans people as I could who were up for having a chat. And you know what? It's just everyone's starting to get out and about again, but it's November, end of the year. Everyone's so just like, oh, there's so much going on, or it's hard to step back out of the bubble. So I'm really grateful for everyone that just said, yep, cool, let's have a chat for this week's Community Darling. Because, sometimes when it's those awareness weeks and things, it's just like, oh, I'm the person that is that tick of the box. It can be a bit, we'll come and talk, but I really appreciate them sharing their stories. I think it's really important.
Yes, it
Great,
really
as
is.
it should be.
Yes.
Lovely.
All right, now you may as well give it the old introduction.
All right, everybody, it's Trans Awareness Week. Tomorrow is Trans Day of Visibility. So, no, tomorrow is Trans Day of Remembrance. I'm getting that wrong.
Yeah, no,
so,
that's all right.
So, anyway, all important. Let me do that again. All right, everyone, it's Trans Awareness Week. Today's actually the last day, and tomorrow is Trans Day of Remembrance. And this is my Community Darling segment, talking to trans community members about what that means to them.
I guess it's interesting with all of these sorts of trans days, like Trans Day of Remembrance, Trans Day of Visibility, Ida Hobbit, Non-Binary Day, Trans Awareness Week. I guess for me, like, people often ask me what those days mean to me. And to be completely honest, they don't mean very much for me, because every day and every week for me is Trans Awareness Week.
It's to remember those that have, walked the path before us, and fought the path before us. It's very much about also remembering those that are actually walking the walk at the moment and fighting the fight at the moment and trying to create that path to be a road.
Oh, that's a hard question to answer, really. I wasn't even aware of it until a couple of years ago, and I suppose I became aware of it when I became this person who's a respected elder, etc., and that's blah blah.
Even though I came out in 2013, which wasn't that long ago, it was worlds apart insofar as representation and media and even Trans Awareness Week, to be honest.
I think when it really hit me was when I decided when I found out that I could and started hormones. So once I started tea, it was for me the start of truly being me.
I first came out the day after my 58th birthday, 2009. That was when I needed to be out. Sometime after that, I realised that Sally was the better side of me and the happier side of me. I started hormone therapy 2010, 11, maybe 12, I'm not sure.
I didn't know anything about trans people. I certainly didn't know that trans masculine people existed or non-binary people existed. And so I felt like I had no future in front of me because I had no relationships with older trans people or any trans people to imagine what that could look like.
That was 8 years ago for me. So not that long ago in the sense and the scheme of things.
It was definitely like crucial to make that peace with myself and to find my own truth in order to live my best life. But it was also a very lonely process.
When I was 64, which was, I can't add up anymore, the maths is terrible. I realised I was going to be myself all of the time, and I started living all the time bar at work. So on my 65th birthday, I did my name change, and I've been me since.
So I started later in life, or figured it out later in life.
It was a really challenging process coming out and being truthful with myself, because I felt really unsupported and quite alone. And even if I did have people who supported me, they didn't understand me in a really kind of embodied way.
And a guy who saw a newspaper article about me said, "God, aren't you out there now? And you've probably saved a life and you'll never know about it." And to me, that's trans awareness. I'm out there all the time. People are seeing this crazy trans chick. Well, I don't even say that anymore. I'm just a crazy old chick enjoying life. And if people see me, it might give hope to some young person that, hey, they know they're trans, but they're not sure if they can get out, and they see me and go, I can do this.
There is so much that needs to be done in LGBTIQA plus spaces to make it more trans inclusive. And I also think that goes so much further than just understanding gender norms and the ways that our unconscious bias holds.
It's all about education.
A really long, hard look in the mirror is needed in all of our communities, and that includes myself as well.
All of us judge other people, and by doing that, we create this separation, this fear, hate comes into it, all of those things. And I think when we educate ourselves and grow in ourselves, we can stop doing that.
More communities ought to get into our space and stand with us.
Gay people understand what it means to be oppressed and what it means to be excluded from wider society, but there's still this kind of struggle to gain some power and control over others. And as long as there's someone else that we can still continue to oppress, we feel better about ourselves.
We've got to start a conversation. There's so many conversations out there about this bit doing that bit doing that, but we need a conversation that's LGBTIQA plus, and we all need to be sitting around the same table.
To anyone who's struggling with their gender or questioning their identity, that you're not alone, that there are so many people out there going through these same processes, and that also if you spend your whole life looking for answers, you may only get more questions, and that's actually what being a human is about, that no one has the answers to any questions really.
It's not a race.
Gender fluidity is a beautiful space, and having answers to all of the questions of your identity is never really going to work, or maybe they'll be rewritten over time. I mean, I've identified as almost every gender across the spectrum at some point in time.
Talk to peers, talk to professionals, take your time.
It's okay not to know, it's okay not to have the answers, and just look to other trans people and other members of your community.
At the end of the day, becoming authentic and being truly you is not a race.
Hear from more trans and gender diverse people on Friday night on Transgender Day of Remembrance, on a panel discussion on Lance TV, on Channel 31 and on Lance TV Ballarat on Facebook.
All of our journeys are very, very separate. They're very separate personal journeys. But the outside path that we walk is the same.
I think it's really nice to see people get involved and get on board, and to be centering trans people more in conversations. But I think sometimes it also highlights to me how much we're not necessarily a part of the conversation every other week of the year.
What I would really love to see is that we don't have to do this kind of thing, and that we're all just one. Really, that's what I'd love to see.
Judy Kelly with more from Joy News. A new exhibition at the State Library of New South Wales will tell the story of how gay and lesbian Australians came out and spoke out in the 1970s. The exhibition draws from the library's collection of gay and lesbian posters, photographs, personal papers and oral history to pay tribute to the activists that demanded to be heard and drove social change for the LGBTI community. The Coming Out in the 70s exhibition opens next week. To Canberra next, where a new LGBTIQ plus dance club for over 55s held its first in-person event last weekend. The event is co-presented by HIV community health organisation Meridian and arts organisation All the Queen's Men, who set up the first Elders Dance Club in Melbourne in 2016. The Canberra Club will offer ongoing social and creative action to combat ageism, social isolation and discrimination. And finally, the world's most expensive pigeon this week for just $1.9 million. The 2-year-old racing pigeon New Kim was sold by a Belgian trainer via an auction online. The bird was purchased by a bidder from China, who also had a previous record after paying $4 million for a champion racing pigeon called Armando last year. I've been Judy Kelly, and that's the latest from Joy TV News. Now it's back to Kerrie and Dolly.
Great. Always. Thanks, Judy. That's an expensive pigeon.
Yes.
That's a lot of money. That's quite funny. I love where... I'd like to know where Judy actually finds these stories that she presents to us twice every show, which they're fun and they're lightweight. I love it.
She ferrets literally everywhere. She's in there getting all the good ones.
Yep.
That's
Love
what
it.
they do.
And thanks to Ashton too for doing the signing. We love that.
Been very busy, haven't you, Ashton? Very busy.
You've been busy too, Dolly.
Yes.
This little segment's about our beautiful Dolly.
Not all about me, because that would be wrong. But it is almost Christmas. We all need a bit of good Christmas cheer, don't
And normally you do a Christmas show, don't you? Each and every year you do. Dolly Diamond does a fabulous Christmas show. Not happening this year, sadly, but you've done something like many other businesses. You've pivoted.
What you've got to do, isn't it?
Yeah, you've done it well. And we're going to hear from the two lovely women who have joined you in a collaboration, and we're going to hear all about it. Hello, darling ladies. Are you there?
Hi. Hello.
Oh, working with this one.
I know.
Oh,
Fabulous.
Aren't Dolly lucky? I mean, really.
Well, I really am. I mean, I noticed your online presence, and I immediately was like, I've got to get in on that.
Lovely.
You know me.
Yes.
I will
Finger
not.
on the pulse, darling.
You've got to. Now, let us and everybody know where the name and where you began with all of this.
Yeah, well, basically it's named after us, the two brides. So we got married early on, didn't want to wait for marriage equality, and we wanted to do something that would bring our culture and highlight queer artists, and we thought this was a perfect thing. And just a snowboard from there. We started making cards for each other and then started collaborating with other people, and now obviously collaborating with the wonderful Dolly Diamond.
I know. I've done a little deep dive into your Instagram and websites, darling ladies, to see lots of beautiful products that you have on your site, well represented across the board, from fabulous pins and gorgeous cards. Are you graphic artists by background yourselves, or is it something you've kind of fallen into and then going, all right, I'm going to run with this?
Yeah, we are in a background of advertising, marketing, always been creative our whole lives, love colour, rainbows and everything. And we wanted to, definitely use these skills and knowledge that we've learned and share it with the world.
Well, we've as we've been a little natter now. They'll probably do it over me, won't they? We've been flashing up, obviously, the range of Dolly Diamond Christmas cards,
and they are just fabulous.
They are gorgeous,
and they're selling well already, I believe.
Yes.
Dolly's popped them up, and
yes,
they're going pretty well so far.
Which we love,
Yeah.
you know. Now, it isn't because I need work done, is it? We are, obviously, there's a little bit goes to various areas, but there's a little bit of it that goes to charity, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. So we like to give back. So we try and work with our community and also give back to the environment because it looks after us so well. So this month with Dolly, we're collaborating and raising funds for Movember, which is one of your charities, which we're super excited about. And we just choose different charities as we go along and work with different artists. And it's just our way of saying thanks to everyone for supporting us, and we give back wherever we can.
Well, it's a lovely business.
Well, we love your work, and now we've met you like this, we love you even more.
Oh,
we love you.
We love you too.
So if anybody wants to procure your services, they can just go to your website and reach out to you and go, hey, we want to do some really fab collabs.
Yeah, please do. Drop us a line. Chris is full-time. This is her baby, and I come and give a little hand. So feel free to DM us or get in touch any way you feel comfortable. We'd love to hear from you.
Lovely.
Well done.
We wish you all the best and much success. I know the Dolly Diamond Christmas cards are going to go through the roof. We are very excited by that. And as I know Dolly is too. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us. Bye.
See you.
Oh, everyone, you need to get onto it. They're gorgeous cards.
They are.
And
I'm not letting Nate Byrne, the
Our main
lovely,
Nate.
yes, whatever the weather. Really, you're not into cards. You must send them to everyone you know.
Yes.
They're going to be doing more as well. I mean, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I do believe there's some
I'll just keep back
earrings
then.
on the way, maybe even a chastity belt. I don't know. I think condoms. I mean, put a dolly on, why not?
We had actually one of our darling regular viewers, Dave, was it David? No, Stephen. Hello, Stephen. I know you're watching. Actually popped a note and said, when's the Kerrie and Dolly merch coming? Because I was wearing a Kerrie and Dolly brooch today in a post I did. And your reply was...
We've got to sell over 1 million of the Christmas cards before we can look into Kerrie and Dolly merchandise.
We'll be here till Christmas 2030.
No, not at all. Do what, whatever. Weren't they lovely, though?
Yeah,
That's
beautiful.
what that was all about.
And their work is stunning, yeah. So check out their Instagram, view the shops and all that stuff. And lovely to support fabulous people in our community.
Yes.
Very nice.
Gorgeous.
We need a song.
Oh.
Yeah, now you know this. What was that? You're right. Breathe. Darling, breathe.
I don't know.
It's
It's warm in
almost
here, isn't it?
It's very warm in here. Like, hang on. It's like, and baby, this synthetic, it don't breathe.
Thank you.
Neither does your hair.
No, none of this. None of this. I'm switching. Yes, Miss Friby, well known amongst the cabaret and comedy world, and it'll be a lot more well known to you after watching this.
This is a song about the last thing I look at night, and the first thing I touch when I rise in the morning. And sure, it takes a lot of energy to make it work, but what good relationship doesn't? Well, ever since I met you, said everything has changed. You've touched me in deep places, and now I ain't the same. No matter where I go, well, I just can't refrain. Stick my hand into my pocket and I just touch my phone checker. I'm a phone checker, rubbing up my buttons every minute, every hour. I'm a phone checker, I'm a phone checker. My best friend tells me so. I did. I light up every time I see you flicker on the screen, and my heart gets racing every time I hear that beep beep. I take you to the toilet so that we can be alone, 'cause life can be a picnic when you're fingering your phone checker. I'm a phone checker, rubbing up my buttons every minute, every hour. I'm a phone checker, I'm a phone checker. My best friend tells me so. Said everybody's got one, well I swear it's a disease. This digi-flu has done voodoo and got the best of me. And since I first swiped your screen, you swiped a part of me. Well, I just love you, my angel of a phone. Like every great Western story, this one too has an end. And I can still remember that fateful night I lost my friend. I didn't mean to drop you as we were walking up. Your face smashed and that was that. And What am I gonna do? What about my selfies? What about my selfies? Do I have a face? I don't have a face. I don't have a face. What about all my Tinder matches? Who's gonna swipe right now? Who's gonna swipe right now? What am I gonna do without my my Cause I'm a phone checker, I'm a phone checker, rubbing up my buttons every minute, every hour. I'm a phone checker, I'm a phone checker. My best friend tells me so.
Oh,
hilarious. I just love that accent. I'm a
knew
sucker
you'd
for
love
that.
her,
That
yes.
lips of an accent.
Thanks,
No, I love it.
Well, the lady behind the lady, and we like that, don't we? Elizabeth, are you there, my love?
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Hello, darling.
Gorgeous.
How are you? You're
Thank
looking
you.
all the goods, honey.
I managed to throw this together in about 45 hours. I'm very impressed with my makeup skills. I really tried to keep it short because I'm quite busy at the moment. So, don't want to divulge too much about my techniques here, but a lot of work.
Lips and lashes, doll, all the way. Works every
You
time.
can never go wrong. You can never go wrong. Now, I know you are a busy lady. What is on the way for Miss Friby?
Well, cocktails, obviously, because Melbourne, we got out of it. We did.
Yes.
It was down. and I will drink a cocktail with my fingers crossed. It's a very tricky thing to do. But that is for, of course, Adelaide, because in February and March, they will be having the Adelaide Fringe. And that is when I get to feel like I have a job again. So I'm praying that all goes well with those numbers, and that they, enjoy their downtime, take up yoga, do whatever they need to do that will encourage them to buy more tickets in February, March. And presenting a solo show, which I'm excited about. It's my first Adelaide Fringe, so that's always scary.
Yes. What is the name of it?
It's called Absolute Riot. And I hope it is an absolute riot. That's the plan. It's still unfinished. So, I'm working on it at the moment. I've got some amazing friends who all have a little bit too much time on their hands, so they can help me out at the moment. The blessings of a pandemic, we can get some help. So it's called Absolute Riot. It's a comedy show mixed with dancing and cabaret and music. I think I might dress up as a sheep at one point. That's still very much in the air. Often it's a blind leap of faith, and you hope that it's going to work out once the audience arrives. Until then,
yes,
my house has never looked cleaner. I am procrastinating so hard. My house is amazing. My room is impeccably clean as I avoid working on this very scary show that's brand new.
Like any creative, Elizabeth, you are in great company, because we all do that when we have, of course, deadlines. We go, it's over there, it's over there, it's over there, until it smacks us in the face, and then we go, oh, and then you pull it out of your ass and do some really good stuff. But I would dare say, dressing as a sheep, think temperature. It's February, March.
Good point. Good point. Good point. I did not think of the temperature, and you have a very good point there.
You're very welcome.
Being a dancer, I'm a little bit nervous about dressing as a sheep as well. I'm not sure how that works, but
like a lamb to the slaughter, really, I reckon you are going to love it in Adelaide. It will all be all right by then. I've got a feeling in my water.
Yes.
And you're going to do very, very well. And I know why, because you're very, very good.
Yes.
Thank you, Dolly. Well, it takes one to know one, my darling.
The Mutual Appreciation Society going around.
Well, we love artists like you, and we are really glad that you could join us tonight. Lots of love.
Oh, there we go.
Went out with a dramatic exit.
I was about to say it's the Artist Swipe Right show.
That's a good title.
Yes.
Run with that. That's pretty good too.
No,
bye. Good night.
Okay, good night. Bye.
Awesome. That was fun.
Really great, isn't she?
Yeah, that'd be a great show.
So good.
We are so very fortunate. We get the most amazing guests on our show.
We've been very lucky, haven't we?
Yeah.
And we've been doing this 9 years now, and it's just been amazing.
We've only got 2 more shows to go in this current season. However, this looks for next year. But
you never know.
We have been very, very blessed and lucky to do what we've been doing each and every week. So we've got 2 more episodes to go. But next week is going to be fabulous.
Yes. Who's on?
We've got radio superstar Jo Stanley.
Oh, is she your sister?
No, she's got equally fabulous hair though.
All right.
She's going to be talking about her new broadcasting venture, which I'm also a part of.
Yes.
It's pretty exciting.
And rock whiz legend, Mr. Brian Nankervis.
And we'll have lots of musical guests as per usual. Thank you to joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. And if you're watching on the catch-up, fabulous. Tell all your friends. We'll see you next week. Stay safe.